It's late winter here in Florida, and wow, can it feel like you can't do much when it comes to the garden? I know so many people are thinking about, oh, the flowers once spring comes. But what are you waiting on? It is already late winter, and in Florida, that is a fantastic time for native plants, especially if you're trying to get butterflies and pollinators in your yard. So I'm gonna take you through my butterfly garden, my native garden, my actual wildlife garden right here. And it's a really small space, and I'll show you how there's so much change already starting to happen, from getting our first blossoms to host plants returning. And I'm gonna take you into some other areas of the yard where I've got some native plants that are already doing some really cool things too. So let's go. So you may think it's late winter, I can't be doing anything for wildlife in my yard. Well, today I'm going to show you how things are starting to get going here, even in late winter, in our native butterfly garden or native wildlife garden. You know, our Florida native plant garden. We're going to see what's been happening in it. And I'm going to start right here in the front. If you remember in the fall, this was, yes, that is my shadow, and yes, I am wearing a beanie because it's cold out. But a lot doesn't look like it's happening, right? So we had some goldenrod here, and that totally cut that back. So the stalks were dead, and there was a lot of seeds, and since I didn't want goldenrod everywhere, I've cut it back down to the ground. But you can see the plant's really happy. It's green, it's hanging out there, and we can see, look. So we have the original plant, but look, we've already got shoots coming off, so we're gonna have more goldenrod come the new year. Look at this goldenrod. Look how healthy that looks. So beautiful. Our spiderwort has been hanging on. I would say these two are not very happy, but this one, the one in the front, looks gorgeous. And we've got our first flowers. Even in February, you can still have flowers. So this is the first set of blooms. I'm super excited about this. And you can see, oh, look, even more. Do we have any more in here? It's okay if I don't have any more. But you can see this is spreading. And I think this one is one of those ones that you could divide. Yep. Look here. Can you see that? That's like a whole nother plant. So these ones divide. They can get really spread a lot. But that was kind of the thing in this area, is that we got goldenrod, which is going to go and sprout around. And then we've got the spiderwort, which is going to spread around. And then, oh, and look right here. We've got the sweet goldenrod has also started to shoot out. So here's the original plant, and then we're starting to go. And even though these are normally bloomers in the fall, look, it's already putting out little flowers. I mean, it hasn't bloomed yet, but still, isn't that neat? I wasn't expecting for it to bloom in late winter, spring, but I'll take it. And then right here we've got the Yellowtop. This was, what, like that big? And now look at it, it's like doubled in size. I don't think we have any blooms yet, but it's spreading beautifully. So if you remember, this one has that really pretty stem that's like a magenta color. And it gets lots of teeny flowers. So I'm really looking forward to this one with the butterflies and the bees later on, because I think it's gonna really fill in this area really well. Our ironweed, well, it died back, which was gonna happen. And I left, let's see, can you see? There's the seeds. Well, and the dead flowers. I reach it, there we go. So there they are. So I'm leaving them on the ground so we can try to propagate it back in the area, since that was a really tall one. And we know what that is. That's my Maypop Passionvine. It is everywhere but the trellis. This thing is still, look at this. It's still a stick. And it's trying to spread everywhere but this trellis. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Because the Maypop Passionvine on this side, look at this. Still going strong. Now for the last, I think about a few weeks, month maybe, we haven't had any caterpillars. But we are starting to get our first Gulf fritillary caterpillars. Especially now that it warmed up. I'm starting to see them return. Oh, teeny tiny baby ones. So that'll be exciting. So see, our butterfly garden's already going, which is super exciting. And what's really, really exciting is the coral honeysuckle. Look at this. It is really growing fast now. Spreading and coming in between the passionvine. And we are getting our first flowers. And look, oh, aren't they pretty? These are gorgeous. Great for butterflies, great for hummingbirds, great for bees. This is gonna be so pretty. Oh my gosh, look. Can you? I mean, really. These are just gorgeous. They're like little bells hanging there. I love, 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 love the look of coral honeysuckle. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait until the butterflies are in the area, because how can they resist? They're just so gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. And the plant is continuing to look really pretty on both sides. I don't think any of this side, it's still growing and going, actually to the point of it's all the way up there, but no flowers on this side, but that's okay. This is doing awesome. And I know I didn't mention this plant because it's not native. This is the Calomondin. I leave it here because I don't have our native wild line, but it still can host our giant swallowtails, which we do get in this area. Actually, my neighbor way back here, he has a Calomondin I gave him, and he had caterpillars on it. And then he told me he killed some of them. Oh my gosh. I was like, Cliff, what are you doing? And he's like, well, they were eating the leaves. I was like, that's fine. That's what you want them to do. And he's like, oh my bad. I won't next time. Oh, I know it's a good learning experience sometimes, but oh, I know they look like little poops, those giant swallowtail caterpillars, but honestly, I was just like, oh, but it's okay. He knows better now. Oh, so here, I mean, look at how green this is. Can you believe this? We're this late in the year and we're already got, look at this, the scorpion tail. Oh my gosh, what a turnaround. So you remember we had that black leafy stuff last time we talked? And look at this. So there's still a little bit left on the plant, but it's just left over. It really isn't creating any new. I've knocked a bunch of it off. And I want to show you the difference because one of them I cut back to deal with it, and one of them I just left. So the one I left and didn't prune back, you can see how big it is. I mean, look at all that. And all those pretty white flowers, so pretty. I mean, these things are gorgeous. So whenever we start getting our pollinators really coming out of the hibernation or they migrate back, there are tons of flowers for them. But you can see it has a much leggier look. I mean, it's all over the place. That's, even that, that is scorpion tail. And that's all one plant. So it's getting really, really, really out there. I don't know that I really want it like that. Let me take you to the other one. So this one I pruned back hard when it was getting all that black leaf stuff. And you can see it's got flowers, not as many. And I know it's probably hard to tell. This is the Lantana, but this is all the same plant. So it's maintaining a really nice dense look, staying much more shrubby, which I like that better. Let's see if you want to see some of my cuts. I took it back, way back. So you can see how much I took it back. So it looks a lot better. Not in health-wise. I think both sides look really healthy now. So I just think this is kind of like blah. And I want to put something back there. If the bees balm doesn't come back, I'll probably just plant a new one or do something else. Versus here, this one's staying nice and tight. So the Lantana is all over this thing. Oh my word. So here's Pineland Lantana. Look at this one. If you didn't see the pruning video for Lantana, I pruned this one back really hard. And look at it. I mean, it looks great. It's grown so much in the months since I did that video. Oh my gosh. It's off the sidewalk, which was one of the things I needed to do, but look at that. Pruning is a good thing. Many plants actually like being pruned. It's one of the things I had to learn. And then here's the other one. I pruned it back. It doesn't have as nice of a shape, but it also doesn't get as much light, even light. Since we're in winter, we're still, the shade area I would say is definitely semi-shade. It does not sit in that full sun ray. And then the blanket flower, oh, it's like a little weedy mess. I planted it way too close to the sidewalk. I have not liked how this has been looking. It's propagated, ta-da! And there's some back even in here that I propagated, but it's trying to move and propagate in the wrong direction. So I need to, I don't know. I might try to propagate some of it back, maybe like here, once I cut the scorpion tail back, put some in here, but I think there's swamp milkweed back there too, so I don't know. What do you all think? Maybe put some here, maybe put some here, and that way it's moving this way. I just worry that it's not going to get enough sun back in this corner. To our blue ocean morning glory. Oh my gosh, look at this. Beautiful, so beautiful. We recently just got our first blooms of the year. So pretty. And my husband was so sweet. I've been at work before the sun's up, getting home before the sun even sets, or before the sun sets, after the sun sets. And I honestly had not been seeing the garden a lot. And he was so sweet. He saw the blossoms one day and he just took pictures and sent them to me at work, which is so sweet. So we're getting a lot of pretty new growth and it's looking gorgeous. And we got nice big leaves. These leaves not as happy from being in the cold, but you know what? It's bouncing back, which is, remember, this is an aggressive grower. So even though it's considered a native, aggressive, look at this. It's trying to run away. So I'm going to have to prune some of that back, make sure that it stays here, because I really honestly do not want it in my beautyberries. And the beautyberries, look how tall they are. Do you remember them? They were like here. And now they're here. Even this one. They have looked great all winter, honestly. They kept putting on berries over and over again. Only now that we're in late winter, they've dropped most of the berries. But look, we still have some lingering here. A few more berries left. I leave them for the birds because I know, you know, food sources are limited right now because everything's just starting to come back in. And without like all the soft budding insects really propagating themselves and making lots of babies, you know, food supplies are still a little on the limited side, but we're getting ready just to go and get into the really pretty part. Oh yeah, and here's another thing. So those who have native swamp milkweed, which dies back, and you get worried like, oh no, it's gone forever. So here, this was my pink swamp milkweed right here, cut back, and then look, ta-da! Here comes the new swamp milkweed, which is super exciting. And it's good that it's down low. Otherwise, I've already seen a couple monarchs in the area, about a block over, so they'll be coming soon. I don't know where's my other one? My other one has not, it's back here. Where's the other one? It has not done anything yet. And honestly, my swamp milkweed that's in other areas, I haven't seen it do anything yet. My white swamp milkweed, which is in a totally different area, which I can just go show you, is there. It's doing its thing. Well, here's my poor little white swamp milkweed. It's just hanging out here. I want to move it because I'm super worried that, like, I mean, it's not going to be able to compete against that. And we love the butterflies. Though the butterflies did enjoy this. The caterpillars like to go in there and they put chrysalises on this fern, so I'm not mad about that. I just don't think the swamp milkweed, especially the white one, it's not going to compete. So while flowers may be limited at this time of year, One flower, oh my word, look at this. I love how this is looking. This is Dune Sunflower. And it's like it's exploding out of the middle of here, and I ain't mad about it. I swear I'm not. It is so pretty. Look at the flowers. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. So pretty. Look at the black in the middle, the yellow. Just so pretty. It's viney, it's getting all over this area. And from even inside, because the flowers are facing all the different directions. This is kind of this fun thing that's happening with our box hedge here. It's just kind of coming out. Pretty, 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 pretty. I love Dune Sunflower. It is so pretty. So as I head into the food forest, there's a native plant I've probably never spoken about that I didn't put here, but some animal did. And that is, we got shiny coffee right here. Years ago, I had no idea what this was, and I definitely tried to get rid of it. But now I know, and I've propagated it into other parts of my yard. But look at it, it's so pretty. It really does like a lot of shade, which this arbor creates a lot of. So yeah, definitely one to add. I've never seen it blossom. I don't think it's got the space. Ugh. My other nemesis that's back here, that green shrimp plant. Ugh, so annoying. Oh right, I almost walked by another one. And here is beach mistflower. I added this in just recently, actually when I put in the butterfly garden. It's so pretty. I love this. This is actually an endangered species in the wild from the Keys. So this is not its native range, but this is such a pretty plant. Oh my gosh. It rained recently, so these are not looking as happy as they normally do. Oh, can you see? Look at that. This is kind of that tassely shape. These are so pretty. I think they're a little mad down because the sprinklers ran or rain, something happened. But they'll fluff back up. They're super cute. Butterflies, bees like these. Beach mistflower, good ground cover, kind of filler. More mistflower. I'm noticing a big difference. These were planted at the same time. They were about the same size. These, which get a bit more shade, are doing way better than these ones. These ones do not look as happy. I was hoping they would fill in this spot, because here by my hose, yeah, definitely weeds like to come in, and because I'm always pulling this hose out, it brings seeds back in, and then this just becomes a mess. So I was hoping to get mistflower to help block it out, but it's not looking as happy in this area. Maybe it's just more exposed. I'm not sure. Thoughts? Anybody? Next to it, we got the blue-eyed grass, and there are so many blossoms on this. It's not gotten sun yet. I will insert what this is looking like with the sun because they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. I have wanted this for a while now, and I'm super excited that I finally have a place to put in my yard. There's like a little path here, and then I just put them right along here. And they are super happy. Super, super, super happy. I think there's 4 plants? 3 plants? I don't remember. But you can see all the little flowers are right here getting ready to go. And oh my gosh, look at them. There's so many flowers on here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, later. Okay, I'll come back out here later and get some footage for y'all. Ever shown y'all, I have tropical sage. I always say I have the red sage, I have the red sage. I don't want to put the red sage over there. I have a lot of it. So here it is. It's here. It honestly is just kind of, we've got some crotons here, not native. And I just put, I think 2 or 3 plants, and it is now all over here. But they are so pretty. Oh my word. Who does not love a tropical sage? Look at how gorgeous these are. Even, I don't think they stopped flowering all winter. They slowed down. It's the most I would say that happened, but my goodness. And I love how it's like black, almost like lipstick coming out. It's so pretty. They're everywhere. I mean, like, definitely buyer beware. If you think they're not gonna spread, you have another thing coming. These things. So I think I put one here, 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 and here. And then very quickly, they're over here. And can you see these? You see all of these? These are all tropical sage weeds. All of that green back there, all of that. Oh, and more firebush. It's totally getting, this palm leaf is definitely not helping it. There's 2 fire bushes back there. So they get nice full sun, especially once we hit summer. This whole area will fill in with firebush, and then I'll have the tropical sage kind of hanging out in there, and that'll be really cool. So there's one other plant I wanted to show y'all, and that's right here. I'm very excited for this. And I've been trying to figure out a different place to put more of these. But this is scrub blueberry. Very pretty plant. They got a silvery tone to them, and they're just starting to flower. So while a lot of people are excited for their blueberry bushes in their yard, scrub blueberry. Y'all should think about getting this. It's native. I forget what the native range is, honestly, but instead of getting those exotic types of blueberries, which are going to struggle a lot here, I have tried doing blueberries. Oh, they're super annoying. You have to get the soil just right. Well, guess what? These are ready for our soil. Oh, look, blossoms. Look at this. I tried one of them. I think I would describe them as salty blueberries. Slightly salty, but this is super exciting. The blueberries are going to be smaller than a normal blueberry, but who cares? I was thinking of a hedge line with this. So I've got this stuff. I forget what it's called. Worm fern, wart fern. It has a terrible name. But it goes all along here. I was thinking, what if I got rid of that and I did scrub blueberries? Or maybe somewhere else. I'm not sure. But I've been really excited about these. I've had them maybe a year now, maybe 9 months. And they're small, low shrubbing plants. It's not the most ideal location where I put them. They like a better full sun location, and most of the day they get sun. I would say probably 4 to 6 hours, but it's probably pushing the limit for them. Really good plant, totally consider it. So how are you feeling? Inspired? Excited? And you're ready to go add a native butterfly garden to your yard. Or maybe you're just loving the Florida native plants and you want to add some of those too. Well, if you love that and you really love the videos that I make, consider clicking the join button down below. This allows you to become a member of the Wild Floridian group. And I really want to thank all the people who already support the channel and are members. But for those who haven't joined yet, consider clicking down below. You can check out what some of the bonuses are when you join the membership. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.